Hello everyone, I am your English teacher Neetu Kamar from St. Paul School. I welcome you all in this class. This is the first class after summer vacation. I hope you all are fine. I am also good. Before starting the class, today I want to give work to some students. Students name I am telling you. From 9th A, Bhavya Bansal and Kritika, and from 9th B, Palak Agrawal, Siddhi and Kirtan. Beta, you have to make video, and in this video you have to share your experience about these online classes. And other than these students, any other also interested to send this video, then you make your video and send in school group, or you can send to me personally. It's your choice. Now, today we are starting our grammar portion. In grammar portion, first we will discuss about the topics which are deleted by CBSE for session 2020 and 21. So as you know that this year CBSE has deleted 30% syllabus. So the topics which are deleted, that is a voice, clauses and preposition. These three topics no need to read. So now the new syllabus for this session 2020 and 21, that is a tenses, modals, subject verb concord, reported speech and determiners. So today I am starting, this is the first chapter, tenses. If you want to take screenshot, you can take. Now we are starting our first topic, tenses. What do you understand by tenses? Tenses means a verb which shows about our present, past or future with actions. So we all know that there are three types of tenses: present tense, past tense and future tense, and each tense divided in 4 parts. So total 12 tenses, and the first one is present simple tense, because present tense has 4 types: present simple, present continuous, present perfect and present perfect continuous. Means the first is present simple tense. When we are talking about habits, routine and facts, and the sentence structure will be subject, then verb first form with s or es plus object or complement. Example, I play football. This is our, maybe we can say our routine or habit, that every day I play football. Now see in the structure, I have written here first form of the verb plus s or es. Where we will use s or es and where we will use only verb first form. Suppose I have written here one example. She likes tea. I have written here s and here only plain. So the thing is that when we have subject he, she, it, name or third person singular, that time we will use s or es after first form of the verb. And when we have subject like I, we, you, they or any plural number, that time we will use only first form of the verb. Suppose we want to make negative sentence. In negative sentence we have to use helping verb, and the helping verbs of the present simple tense are do and does. Again, do with use with I, we, you, they or any plural number, and does with use with the he, she, it, they or third person singular. Because you know in English there are 3 persons. I is first person, it is also singular, but it is a first person. So with I we are using only first form of the verb. And suppose we want to make negative sentence, that time we will use do, not does. But suppose we have singular like a he or she, then he or she is the third person. In English, I, speaker is the first person, second person is who is a listening. Suppose you are listening to me, then you all are second person. And the third person about this person we are talking about. Like that, here we are talking about she, then she likes tea. Suppose we want to make negative of both. I do not play football. She does not like. When we will make negative and we will use does, that time here we will not use s or es. I hope you understand this present simple tense. Now we'll discuss about it present continuous tense. In present continuous tense, sentence structure will be subject, plus is am are plus first form verb with ing, then object or complement. Now again the thing is where we'll use is, am and are. So when subject is he, she, it, name or any third person singular, that time we'll use is, and with I we always use am. And when we have a subject like we, you, they, you or any other plural number, that time we'll use are. When we are talking about actions happening now, present continuous tense means the actions which are happening now at the same time when we are speaking. It means now this time I am teaching you. This will be example of present continuous tense. I teach you English. This will be example of present simple tense. Example, he is drinking tea. It means when we are speaking, that time he is drinking. You can see sentence structure, subject is am because he is third person singular. We are using here is drinking tea. Suppose we want to make negative, then after helping verb we will use negative word like not. So the negative will be he is not drinking tea. Suppose we want to make interrogative sentence, then in interrogative sentence we have to use WH word, then after WH word we'll use helping verb, then subject, then main verb, then object or complement. Suppose you want to make interrogative of this. Actually there are two types of interrogative sentence. The first is WH question and the second is yes no question. WH question means the sentences which always start by WH word, and the second is yes no question. Yes no question always start by helping verb, and in that type of question we can give answer in yes or no. So the interrogative sentence will be is he drinking tea, and at the end there will be question mark like that. Interrogation, is he drinking tea, at the end question mark. It will be interrogative sentence of present continuous tense. Now if you want to take screenshot, now you can take. Now the next tense is present perfect tense. In present perfect tense, sentence structure will be subject plus has, have plus third form of the verb and the object or complement. In present perfect tense, when we are speaking about our experiences or others' experiences, and in present perfect tense, helping verbs are has or have. Has always used with when subjects are he, she, it, name or third person singular, and have is used with I, we, you, they or any plural number. And in present perfect tense, even not in present perfect, in all types of perfect tenses, whether it's a present perfect tense, past perfect tense or future perfect tense, we will use third form of the verb and after that object or complement. Example, she has watched that show 3 times. This is the example of simple sentence. Suppose we want to make negative sentence, then after helping verb we'll use negative word like not. She has not watched that show 3 times. Suppose we want to make interrogative sentence, that time has we will write in the starting. If we want to make WH question, then before helping verb we will write a WH word, then helping verb, then subject, then third form of the verb, and then the remaining part of the sentence. Now we'll discuss about the fourth number tense, that is a present perfect continuous tense. In present perfect continuous tense, when we are talking about actions those started in past and still continuing. If I say I have started this chapter at 10 o'clock and now I have been teaching you since 11 o'clock. You understanding? Action already started and still continuing. Now it's a continuing. Sentence structure: subject plus has or have plus be, because it's a continuous also, so we'll use a ing form. In all types of continuous tense, we will use ing form with first form of the verb plus object or complement. And the first thing is, in this we have to use since or for. This is the most important thing. Since and for we will use in all type of perfect continuous tense, whether it's a present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, or future perfect continuous tense. Now the thing is, when we will use since and when we will use for. When we are talking about a point of time, that time we will use since. When we are talking about period of time, that time we will use for. Now what do you understand by point of time and period of time? Point of time means when we are talking about a fixed time. Suppose I am telling you, I have been teaching you since 10 o'clock. Since I have given you fixed time, it means you can understand today from 10 o'clock I have started my class. Okay? Suppose I am saying you like that, she has been teaching you for 2 hours. She has been teaching you since 2 hours. But which 2 hours? This we don't know. It means when we have a point of time or fixed time, that time we use since. And when we have period of time, duration of time, that time we use for. Examples I can give you with name of days, name of month, name of year, or a particular time like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. With those we'll use since. Suppose we are saying like that 2 hours, 2 days, 2 months, 2 years. That time we'll use for. Suppose I am saying you 2019. It is the fixed year. So that time since. Example, it has been raining since 4 a.m. Example, it has been raining since 4 a.m. This is the simple sentence. Suppose we want to make negative, then after has or have we will use negative word. I hope you understand this, both present perfect tense and present perfect continuous tense. If you want to take screenshot, now you can take. Now we will discuss about the past simple tense. Now present tense we have completed. We will study about past tense. Again there are 4 types of past tense: past simple, past continuous, past perfect, and past perfect continuous tense. So the number 5 is past simple tense. Completed actions in the past. Like that you passed 9th or 10th standard. So the example will be, I passed 9th class, I passed 10th class, because completed actions that were completed already in the past. Sentence structure: subject plus second form of the verb plus object. Example, he played cricket. Now see, suppose we want to make negative sentence. Again we have to use helping verb, and the helping verb of past simple tense is did. The important thing which I am telling you, when we are using did, that time verb will be automatically changed in first form. Why? Because did is already second form. Now see how it is happening. I am making negative of this. Positive sentence is he played cricket. Negative will be he did not play, not played. He did not play cricket. This is the negative sentence of this example. Suppose we want to make interrogative sentence. In interrogative sentence, as you know, we have to use WH word, then helping verb, then subject, then main verb, then the remaining part of the sentence like a object or complement. See, did he play cricket? At the end, question mark. This will be interrogative sentence. But which type of? Yes, no question. Suppose we want to make WH question. Why did he play cricket? This will be WH questions. Now we'll discuss about the past continuous tense. Continuous, it means you know that the unfinished ongoing actions in the past. That were not completed. These type of actions. See sentence structure. Subject plus was were plus V1 first form of the verb with ing, then object or complement. Now the example. He was playing cricket. He was playing cricket. Because it's a continuous tense, so we are using ing. And now the helping verbs of a present continuous tense was and were. You know that was is always used with singular and were is used with plural number. And the negative sentence of this, he was not playing cricket. Interrogative sentence, was he playing cricket? Interrogative negative, was he not playing cricket? And the important thing is when we are making interrogative sentence, at the end we have to add a interrogative mark. If you want to take screenshot, now you can take. Next tense is past perfect tense. Sentence structure, subject plus had plus third form of the verb then object or complement. Example, Ram had visited the zoo. See, in perfect tense we have to use third form of the verb. Suppose we want to make a negative sentence, then Ram had not visited the zoo. Interrogative, had Ram visited the zoo? At the end question mark. And interrogative negative will be, had Ram not visited the zoo? At the end question mark. Now we'll discuss about the past perfect continuous tense. Past perfect continuous tense means when already actions started and ongoing actions unfinished. Sentence structure, subject plus had plus been plus first form of the verb with ing plus object, and at the end since or for we have to use. See example, I had been working for 5 years. Helping verb is had, been we have to use, it's a continuous also, so we have to use ing form. Now here I have used for, not the since. Why? Because 5 years. But which 5 years? This we don't know. Suppose we want to negative, then I had not been working for 5 years. Suppose we want to interrogative, then again we will use helping verb in the starting, then the remaining part, and at the end question mark. If you want to take screenshot, you can take right now. Now the next is future tense. 8 tense already we have completed. Again future tense has 4 types: future simple, future continuous tense, future perfect, and future perfect continuous tense. So the number 9, future simple tense. Sentence structure, subject plus will shall plus first form of the verb and the remaining part like object or complement. Now when we use will and shall, when subject is I or we, that time we use shall, and with other subjects we use will. But we can use with I or we also will when we are very sure about the work. That suppose I am telling you I will teach you on Monday. If I am very sure, then at that time I can use will also. Otherwise with unsure actions we will use shall when subject is I or we. Now see example, she will teach you on Monday. This is simple sentence. Suppose you want to make negative sentence, then after helping verb we will use negative word like not. She will not teach you on Monday. It is a negative sentence. Suppose you want to make interrogative sentence, that time we will use will in the starting. Will, then subject, then a main verb, then the remaining part. She will teach you on Monday. And the important thing is at the end there should be question mark. Clear? So that will be the example of interrogative sentence. This is the example of simple sentence. Now we will discuss about the future continuous tense. In future, when the actions will not be completed. Sentence structure, subject plus will shall plus be. In future continuous tense we have to use be after will or shall. Then first form of the verb with ing because it's a continuous. Now see the example, I shall be going to Jaipur. If we want to negative, then after this will or shall we'll use not. I shall not be going to Jaipur. If you want to take screenshot, now you can take. Now the next is future perfect tense. Future perfect tense sentence structure will be subject plus will shall plus have plus third form of the verb then object or complement. Example, my mother will have cooked our favorite meal. Suppose we want to make negative, then after this will use negative word and then the remaining part will be same. Now we'll discuss about the future perfect continuous tense. Sentence structure subject plus will shall plus have been plus first form of the verb with ing plus object and at the end since or for. Example, I will have been taking your classes since 10 o'clock. When we want to make a negative sentence, that time after will or shall we'll use not. It means a negative word. I hope you will understand these tenses. Now you take screenshot of this. Now at the end we will discuss about like that from grammar portion which type of questions will be there in your question paper and the marks. So the marks weight is for grammar section 9 or 10 marks. Yet we have this information. If there will be any changes, then I will inform you. Now the type of questions. Which type of questions will be there in your question paper? So the first there will be MCQs type. You have to choose the correct option. Later then there will be one passage. And from that passage, from each line you have to identify the incorrect word, then you have to make it correct. I hope you like this video. Then also if you have any query, you can ask me anytime. You can send audio clips or you can send a message. Thank you so much. Stay home, stay safe.